Hey, what is up, guys and gals? It is the Ville Outdoors here. Today is June 15th of 2019, and today I'm here at a branch of the Pickering Creek. This is a branch that you have not seen yet on my channel, and today we're going to be doing a bit of multi-species fishing. I got on the pink trout magnet right there, chartreuse 1/64th ounce dart jig head, and we are going to be looking for lots of species today. We got red breast, bluegill, pumpkin seed, we got all the sunfish, rock bass, smallmouth bass, largemouth bass. All the species you can think of are in this creek. We even got some yellow perch that might be in the area. And the creek is looking pretty good. I thought with a rainstorm we got in on Thursday that would mess things up a bit for today's video, but the creek's actually looking a lot better than the last time I was here. So I'm hoping for a good day of fishing today. So stay tuned, today should be a good one. Alright guys, well I've been fishing for about 20 minutes now and haven't caught a fish, but I've gotten bites, but they feel a little too small to actually get onto the hook. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move upstream now in hopes of some bigger fish. Alright guys, I don't know what the deal is. I've been fishing for almost 45 minutes now and haven't caught a fish, which is quite confusing because usually this creek is pretty good for fishing. You always catch like 15 plus easy, but looks like we're running into some trouble. The fish have all of a sudden disappeared. So now I'm traveling this little back creek area and there's a snapping turtle right there. I don't know if you can see that, but that is a pretty sizable snapping turtle. I'm just gonna walk away and continue on the bank now because that thing does not want to be played with. All right, well, yeah, I don't know if you guys saw that, but I was not gonna get close enough to show you. Sorry, but if you want to pay for my hospital bill, by all means, but I'll go ahead and show you the snapping turtle. But I'm gonna go link back up with the main creek and continue fishing, and hopefully we're gonna catch something because this will be a pretty bad video otherwise. So let's go ahead and do this thing. All right guys, we finally made it back to the main creek, and hopefully now we should be able to start catching some fish. I'm going to start in this little current break here. Cast trout magnet right against the bank. See if we can get a fish. I hope we can get a fish, because I don't want to do all that walking for nothing, you know? I want this to produce. There we go. It's cast number 2. Let's see. Oh, there's a bite. Got one bite so far. There's a fish, there's a fish, there's a fish. Come up, come up. There we go. There is our first species of the day right there. Little red breast sunfish. Whew. That feels good. Finally catching a fish after doing all that walking and waiting. And there we go. There's a little red breast sunfish. And send him back in the water. There he goes. Now let's try and catch another one. Maybe like a nice smallmouth will show up. Hopefully, we'll see. Guys, I think the red breast have infested this little hole here. Just caught another one on the very next cast. This one's a bit chunkier. See, look at the belly on that one. Look at that. Alright, we're gonna release this one. And now we're gonna fish this hole for a few more minutes. If nothing but red breast shows up, we'll keep moving on. Guys, look at the beautiful colors on that red breast. It's definitely a spawning male for sure. Look at that. Bright red on the tail, bright red on that fin right there. Beautiful fish. Let's go try and catch a smallmouth now. Guys, smallmouth on, smallmouth on. Yes. Look at that. The pink color fires them up for sure. It is no lie. Let's see if we get a hold on this guy before he shakes our hook. There we go. There's our smallmouth bass right there. Not a bad size. Even though the trout magnet is small, it can still catch some decent creek smallies. Beautiful fish. Let's get them unhooked. There we go. Hook popped out nice and easy. And send them back into the water. There he goes. Bit right in the middle of the creek. Let's see if we can catch some more. Look at this guy that just came up from the depths. Looks like we got a little hybrid here. I don't know what kind of hybrid it is exactly. It looks like maybe a pumpkin seed mix or something. Either a bluegill or a green sunfish. The mouth is pretty big for the size of this fish. I'm gonna say pumpkin seed and green sunfish because it's got that little white on the tail there. Has a sore on its lip, but cool fish. Let's put him back in the water. Okay. Let me get a good release on you. Let me show you off to the camera. There's a little hybrid sunfish there. It's going back in the water. Guys, we got another smallmouth on. This one's a bit better. Oh yeah, now we're talking. Get a hand on this guy. There we go. Beautiful creek smallmouth right there. Let's get a pick and release this guy. Alright, just got a few shots of our little smallmouth bass. Time to release this guy. Ah, there he goes, back in the water. I wish I didn't break my underwater case or waterproof case for this GoPro, because we would have had some cool underwater shots. But it is what it is. So in the hopes that we will eliminate some of the smaller catches, I switched over to the Trout Slayer, the black and red flake crawfish representation. And hopefully that'll attract more smallmouth and deter some of the smaller fish, like those little red breasts we've been catching. So I'm gonna throw this around, a few more casts, and then we'll move upstream, see if we can find any more juicy smallmouth. Let's go. Guys, the plan failed. I switched to a bigger representation and we got ourselves another hybrid sunfish. Okay, and he's flopping all over the place. But there's our hybrid sunfish. This one looks like definitely a bluegill. Probably bluegill and pumpkin seed due to the colors on the gill flap. I'm not 100% sure. It could be bluegill and green sunfish too. There's our little fish. Send him back. He liked that crawfish, that's for sure. Alright guys, another smallmouth. This one on the crawfish. It's coming up right here. There we go. Look at that, choked the crawfish. The trout slayer, I should say. There we go. Not a bad one at all. Gotta take a quick picture of this guy and we'll release him. Alright, just unhooked our smallmouth bass right there. Not a bad size for a creek. Now let's release him. There he goes. He's happy. Well, maybe he's not happy, but he's happy to be back in the water. Not happy to be hooked though. We got smallmouth on. It's not as big as I would like it to be, but not a bad fish. And he's sliming all over me. Alright. There is our smallmouth bass right there. It might be the biggest one of the day actually. Mine's a little bigger than I thought. I don't know, but we're gonna take a picture of this guy and then release him. Nice fish. Alright, we just got a few shots of our smallmouth bass right there. Now let's send her back into the creek. There she goes. Off to swim another day. She's going right back to that lay down where I pulled her off of. Beautiful fish. Let's see if we can find some more. The crayfish is doing well. That is a beautiful looking red breast sunfish right there. Just pulled him off of those rocks. Beautiful color. He wanted that crayfish. Jeez. A little bit too big for him, but cool fish. Here guys, there's our first pure bluegill of the day. So that's 2 species, or no, that's 3 species now, excuse me. He wanted that crayfish, jeez. Apparently the smaller guys can take in the trout slayer as well. Alright, let's go see what else we can find. There's gonna be a fish in this little backwash area, eddy right here. Gonna toss a cast right on the edge of that. See if there's any fish gonna slurp it up. Oh, yep, we got one on. What's it gonna be? Oh, a little smallmouth bass. Not as big as some of the other ones we've seen today, but it is a smallmouth for sure. Let's get a hand on this guy. Beautiful markings on that one though. Look at its head, all those dark spots. Cool little fish. Gonna get a unhooking on him. Last look at our smallmouth bass right there. Beautiful markings. And send them back. Nice. Alright guys, so we kind of used up all the good holes from what I remember. So I'm going to start heading back the other way. I'm going to fish some of the spots that I caught some of the good smallmouth out of again. And then if I have the time, I'll walk a little bit the other way and do some fishing back there, the opposite way of which I just already walked. So we'll see what we have time for. It's about 10:50 right now. I don't really got to be home until like 1:45, so we should have plenty of time depending on how fast it takes us to walk back, but we'll see. Alright guys, so we just made it to the opposite end of the creek and we got our first fish, a little female red breast sunfish. This one might be pregnant. It's pretty darn fat. Look at that belly. Fat. So I'm gonna release this fish, continue fishing. We got a fairly good fish on. I'm assuming it's fairly good. There you go, look at that jump. Nice smallmouth bass right here. Let's get a hand on him so it doesn't shake our hook. There we go. There's a little creek smallmouth. Not a bad one. Gotta take a picture and release this guy. Yeah, so there's our creek smallmouth right there. It's just gonna head back to the water. Ooh, just splashed all over me. Alright guys, fishing has gotten pretty slow. Haven't had a bite in a while, and the bottom's getting pretty soft where it's getting uncomfortable to wade on without the feeling that you're gonna sink in. So I think I'm gonna end the fishing here. Although today didn't start like a great day of fishing, we did end up catching a few good smallmouth and a lot of sunfish. So we got a little bit of quality and some quantity. So both combined, that's pretty good. But yeah, I'll be back to wade this creek more this year. See if we can catch some bigger smallmouth, maybe throw in a crankbait and catch like maybe a couple 2-pounders. Probably not a lot of those in here, but probably a couple. So yeah, we'll do that sometime. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, feel free to like and subscribe. And I'll see y'all in the next time on the Ville Outdoors.